I'm Kim and this is my Flosstube channel, Stitchy Squirrels. You can also find me on Instagram with the same name. I'll put my name here just in case. Yeah, long time no see. Yeah, my plan was to get another video up not long after the last video, but things happened, life got in the way, but I have plenty of stitchy goodness to show you today. So if that's your jam, then please stay along. I thought I would do what I stitched in October, in hopes that maybe I might be able to do monthly updates for you. So that's the plan. Otherwise, I thought about trying to do a full update video on everything I've stitched, everything I've finished, but it would just be too long. I tried to get things together and it put me off. So I thought, no, let's just scrap that idea. Just get to the end of October, show all of your stitching, all of your finishes, and then try to keep it up. So hopefully that's the plan going forward, but we will see. What have I been up to in October? Well, October has been very exciting for me. I went to my very first retreat. Yeah, it was just, if not better than I thought it would be. I went to Stitch in London. I got to meet some incredible people. I got to meet Charly Feathers in real life, Yasmin from Yasmins Made with Love in real life. I've spoken to them a lot, so it was really, really nice to physically see them. Like, I've been model stitching for Yasmin for over a year now. So yeah, it was finally nice to meet both of them in person and give them a hug. And yeah, I also sat by Laura, who is Butterfly Stitches 83, and she's also the owner of Cotton and Clay. If you've ever seen them, needle minders and floss rings, not floss rings, yeah, maybe floss rings, the little blingy things, and she does scissor fobs and things as well, so that was nice. I got to meet Sarah from Cross Stitch Sarah. She's lovely. I've had conversations with her before. I finally got to meet Ness from Ness Craft room. She's one of my favourite bag makers, so that was really, really nice, even though I think I sat by her for a good few hours before I realised it was actually her. Yeah, and I got to see Shell from Cheesecake and Cross Stitch. There's a lovely lady called Danny. I'll put her Instagram name down below. Yeah, it was fabulous. But I'll talk about some of the goodies that I bought there later. So let's get into cross stitch. So when I went to Stitch in London, I thought I need to bring something that is easy. I can just fill it in whilst I'm there. So I managed to find something, and here it is. I just had the rest of this border to outline, the words to put in, and then it was just fill in. Yeah, and this is, sorry, my husband is just creeping past. This is a chap from Puntini Moonlight Owl, and I stitched it on 36 count Bramble by Pictureless Plus. I didn't finish it before Stitch in London finished. I think I was too busy chatting. but I finished it the next day. There was literally just another row to do of the outline, that creamy outline, and that was finished. So that's my first finish for October. I had a very good October for finishing things. My next finish, I'll just unroll, it is a biggie, and it is Autumn Band Sampler by Stitching Cabin. I've had this on the go since 2022 when it first started. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I can't wait to do something with it. I've got a slight problem because I haven't given myself much playing room there. When I started the chart, I started it on page 2 instead of page 1, which kind of caused a bit of a mix up, so then I had to go back and do the rest of it, which, yeah, left me with not a lot of wiggle room, but we'll think of something to do with it. And absolutely gorgeous. I'm so pleased that that one is off my whip list and I can finally do something with it. And it's got all of the sparkly kryonic throughout it. Yeah, you can just see the bits that are sparkling away. Lovely. My next finish, so that's 2 finishes. Another finish that I had was Autumn Bouquet by the lovely Yasmins Made with Love. This is on 40 count fabric. It's a very special fabric. It's from, I don't know if you can see, it's from Swan Bay Fabrics, and it's in the colour Barton's Clay. And I was lucky enough to be given a few samples, well, I say a lot of samples from Marie and Gunter to try out before they did their official release in Stitch in London. And it's gorgeous, and I mean, what a sampler size as well, and all of them were that size, and they were all gorgeous. I bought a few. I'll show you afterwards all of the different colourways that you can get, but yeah, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, and yeah, Yasmins Made with Love, Autumn Bouquet on Barton Clay by Swan Bay Fabrics. Lovely, I love that. The next finish, I've got 5 finishes. I had a very good finishing month for October. Is Autumn Leaves and Pumpkins Please by Flosstube Crafts. This is using all of the kit fabric, threads. I got everything. I think it was a subscription box last year that she did, autumn one. She's changing up her boxes in November, so if you want to see what's new over there, I'd probably go and check her Instagram out or her website out. But yeah, I didn't have a lot left to do on this. I just had a few leaves and then it was finished. But again, it was nice to get one off the list. Now I'm going to have to go and get up because the last one I forgot. So one moment please. So my very last finish and 5th finish of October, know that this is not a regular occurrence when it comes to how many things I finish every month. I don't think I've ever finished 5 in a month, but they were a lot of small things or things that were virtually finished anyway. But this is my last finish. Just working on the glare. Yeah, so you've got, I don't think I'm going to fully get the glare away. This is September's cotton and twine box. Yeah, September's cotton and twine box. It confuses me because it's got November written on it. And they're doing seasonal months with some of their boxes, and so far I've stitched May and August, and they're going to do every single month, and with the box they give you the frame and everything, so you just stitch it and then put it in the frame and it's done. I really like this. It's beautiful. I'm quite partial to a squirrel. Yeah, and the colours, they're some of my favourite colours. I love reds and oranges. I pretty much love the autumn colour palette. Yeah, all of the burnt oranges and reds and yellows, darker greens and things. They're all, yeah, nice. So that is my last finish for October. So yeah, I managed to get a lot finished, and like I said, it's not a usual occurrence. I maybe get 1 or 2 things finished a month, and that is me very, very happy. It's always nice to get 1 thing finished, but yeah, like I said, there wasn't a whole lot to do on each of them, apart from Autumn Bouquet was a new start, but it's a very small chart, so that was whipped up very quickly. So let's get on to the whips. So I took this bag with me to stitch in London. I had the Moonlight Owl in one half, and then the next project that I'm going to show you in the other half. But it's a lovely bag, yeah, by Ness, who I met now, so yes. And I also met the lovely lady who designed this project. I met Claire from Love Poppet. She was there, and I purchased 1 or 2 things from her. This is it called, I think it's called Squirrel Cushion. Yeah, and it's just the 2 colours. It's this one dark brown colour, and then the beige colour, tan colour, with the acorn, and there's another acorn down there that he's dropped, or he's just on the floor waiting to be eaten. Yeah, I managed to work up the tail and finish that. So I fully finished the first page. This is where the first page ends, and then I've just got the second page to do. And whilst I was there, sorry, I'm gonna have to open the zip. I bought from Claire the matching needle minder for him. So when I work on him, he's got a buddy now, which is nice. Yeah, and she is a lovely person, very nice. Sometimes It's a bit worrying when you meet designers because you don't know if they're going to be as nice as they seem. But yeah, she's very lovely. And yeah, it was nice to finally meet her. Right, the next whip I worked on. This was a new start. This is a bag that I bought from Yasmin in for Stitch in London. I'm all about, if I go somewhere, I want to have a memento, and I think the bag suits this project because she did the exclusive, well, charts. There's 3 options. There's the sampler, the red sampler, there's a pillow, and then there's a design that you can stitch that goes on a box. And you could pre-order the box if you wanted, which I did. Afterwards, when I got there, I thought, oh, what have I done? I've got to get this box back on the train with me back to Wales, but I managed to do it. And I'm stitching this top section, the one that goes on top of the box. So I will show you where I am with that. I am using the called for fabric, which is vintage country mocha. I'm doing it on 40 count, and then I'm using the called for Roxy floss. The blue is Royale, and even though the top of the box doesn't call for the red, Laura from Cotton and Clay, who was sat next to me, was mixing some red as well, and I really liked the idea. So I copied her. And what's good about this design is there are spaces either side. It kind of flips over. So you've got another lady there with her hoop, and then you can put more initials in. You can put who you sat next to, and I sat next to Yasmin, Charly, and Laura so far. I've got to put other initials in, like Sarah and Ness and other people, but I'm really happy with that, and I loved that idea with the initials. For me, who hates any kind of maths and working out, it was a bit, oh, when I realised I had to work out where to put the initials myself. Yeah, I thought, oh no, this is not going to be good, but it was actually very easy, and I love it. I love it, and I'll see if I can show you the design that it will look like without giving too much of the pattern away. Oh, and I'm showing you the bottom pattern. So this is what it will look like. And fun fact, I am KP. So there we go. Oh, and I'm showing you the pattern again. It's only a little bit of it though. So yeah. So I can't wait to finish that. I know a few people started it whilst they were in Stitch in London. I'm planning on doing the pillow as well. That is there. So I would like to get the pillow done, but we will see. My next start is this little one. I'll show you the cover actually, what it will look like. So this is the Cotton and Twine December 2019 design, the beginning of this year, or sometime this year, they released all of their past box designs, because some people have been asking for it and they listened. So what came in this envelope was the fabric, the kit threads and the chart, but you can also get PDFs if you have all of your own fabric and things, and I think the PDFs are only a few pounds, so they're very reasonable. So yeah, this is the design, how it will look when it's finished. And this is where I am now. So I've got another tree that's the same as that, 2 trees on the top and then border, and I have to finish the snow on the bottom. I think it's sweet. I love that little house, and yeah, it's nice. You don't get when you buy the kits, you don't get the finishing things like you do when you have a box. So I have to, that's the door, I have to figure out how to do that and answer the door. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I'll have to figure out how I want to finish that myself afterwards. But I know that they also sell, on here, they've mounted it onto a board. They don't sell the Liberty fabric, but they do sell the canvas board. So I could go and source out that Liberty fabric myself. So we will see what I do. And that is my stitching for October. But I thought I'd show you a quick glimpse of what I'm stitching on in November, because I will be stitching on this a bit more. So yeah, and in case anybody wants to join in, so I'll put a picture up of what this piece will look like, and then I will show you what I've done. So this is Yasmins Made with Love. I'm calling it ABC Black Sampler. I think that's what it's called, but if it's not, I'll put it across the screen. This is part of her Patreon. I think it was the Patreon for last month, so I don't know, you can't get it this month now, but it will be released eventually. And there's nothing around the corner. That's as far as I've stitched. And yeah, I thought, well, it's November. I've never done a black sampler, so why not start? And this is just, I'm just using 310 on, this is a 40 count linen by Roxy Flosstube called Dirty Porcelain. It's showing up a bit whiter than it is in real life, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm usually not a fan of backstitch, and as you can see, there's a lot of backstitch in that. But yeah, I'm actually really enjoying it. I think it's because the backstitch is easy. You literally just backstitch around the letter. So it's not that hard. Yeah, and I know she is stitching it as well. I don't know if she's got a hashtag for it. I think it's just, we're just going to use black sampler November, but Ali will ask her, and whilst I'm editing, if there is a hashtag for it, I will put it down below. So yeah, if anybody else has this black sampler, if they're a patron of Yasmins Made with Love, then feel free to join, because if you're going to stitch a black sampler, you may as well start stitching it in November. So that's all that I've got for you stitching wise. I'm not going to cover hugely Stitch in London, because there are a lot of channels that have done an entire video of it, but I thought I would show you a few things, some bits and pieces that I got whilst I was there. I don't know if I'll show you everything, because that's quite the haul, but yeah, I'll show you a little bit. And one of the first things I'm going to show you is this little mug. Jasmine made these, and I know a few people have got them, a few people have bought them. I think she might have some more on her website if you're interested, and I think she's also got a few Stitch in London project bags as well, if you fancy one. So I'm very happy, and it holds water. It's always good, isn't it, with a cup? Like I said, I met the lovely Claire from Love Poppet, and I bought the squirrel needle minder, and I also bought this, which if I hold it the right way up you'll be able to see. It is Everything's Peachy cross stitch kit. It comes with all of the DMC floss, 16 count Ada, the pattern, cross stitch needle, and little tips and tricks leaflet. So I had my eye on this when she released it earlier this year, because my mum had some lovebirds, so I was instantly drawn. Sorry for the crinkling, sorry. Whilst I was there, I picked up this Ness Craft room bag. Like, I don't have enough bags already, but it was absolutely beautiful, and I just had to. So also whilst I was there, I bought 2 charts from Yasmin. The first one is Moth Quaker. There we go, Moth Quaker. This has been out for quite a while. It is one that I don't have in stash, and I thought this would make a nice, well, I say autumn stitch, but it would make a nice just general stitch. And I've never done, I have a few of her Quakers in stash, but I've never done one of her Quakers before. So we'll see which one I start first. And then she was also selling this. This was her design for Stitch in London 2022, but she's also put an updated version in with 2024, and instead of Queen Elizabeth II, it's got the King Charles III there. So she's done the hard work for you. Also, whilst I was there, the lovely Marie asked if the Historical Sampler Company would do a, what's the word I'm looking for? If they do a chart specifically for everyone who attended Stitch in London, and you could buy this. You could buy all the charts separately, and I thought, oh, I like that. Again, it's the autumn colours, it's the squirrels, it's just, yeah, really nice. And it's the full kit and 32 count linen, so I will definitely be stitching that up at some point, probably next year now, because I'm getting drawn to all of the winter patterns now. Also, whilst I was there, we had the lovely Marie and Gunter, who run Stitch in London. They're a fabulous couple. They really work so hard. They were there right at the beginning, and we left, our table left literally at kicking out time, and they were still there busy doing things. So yeah, and I think their words are not my friend today. I think their launch for Swan Bay Fabrics went down very well. I went afterwards, because as soon as they opened their shop on weekend one, there was a huge line of people. It took me a long time for it to be empty for me to think, well, I'll have a look now. And there was, people had bought, but I managed to get 2 pieces. This is the Barton clay. I loved it so much I had to get another piece. And this one is not coming to me right now, but I will put I'll put the details down below so you will know what it is, even if I can't think of what it is right now. So yeah, they are beautiful. I couldn't meet Charly Feathers and have Charly Feathers there with a shop and not buy something from her. So this is one of her beautiful hand painted needle minders. I've got a chart that I want to stitch up with a family of owls, and I thought this needle minder would go perfectly. And if you're ever worried about having a needle minder that's not going to be strong enough, trust me, Charly Feathers, needle minders, they would probably hold a small dog wearing a metal collar if you tried. They are so strong. They can hold needles. Obviously they can hold needles. They can hold scissors. I've had scissors on mine and I've wiggled the fabric and then they're not coming off. So yeah, these are probably the strongest needle minders I've ever had. So if you really like very strong ones, she is a good shop to go and visit. And she's reopened her shop now. She took a little break after Stitch in London because she did a lot of work. I know she was working very hard behind the scenes to create stock. So yeah, she's reopened now, so you'll be able to buy a few bits from her. And also whilst I was there, I bought some lovely things from Laura at Cotton and Clay. So I bought, I had my eye on this floss ring. No, There's a fob. See, words are very hard for me today. For ages. It's got a little ladybug. Now I can finally put it on my scissors. I've had this bag for ages, just sat there. And then I also bought a little pumpkin needle minder, so I can finally put all of these bits and pieces away. Also, whilst I was there, there was on the Saturday there was Korry's Little shop, and she was selling all kinds of thread. Some thread I've never ever seen before, but she had little spools like this of Aurifil, so I managed to get a few Aurifils. She's also started a club where you can buy the Aurifil. You get so many 5 Aurifils a month, and you can build up your collection. So I've got those, and I also bought some beautiful Valdani thread, which I'm so excited to use because the variegation on these is absolutely beautiful. So excited to use those. Plus, in this box is my Yasmins made with, oh, there we go, if I held it up the right way, is my Yasmins made with love box. I haven't opened it. But it is the box to put the stitch on. That's in there, and I know that Laura opened hers up and there's some Biscoff biscuits and a candle in there, so extra goodies. That was rolling around. Talking of little Korry shop and Aurifil, I thought I'd treat myself and see what the Aurifil thread subscription is like, and I will show you now. I'm so sorry for the crinkling. First of all, you get this little Aurifil pin badge. And then these are the threads that I got for this month. So got some blues, a lovely red, yeah, like a showing up brighter, but it's more of a Merlot type red. It's a bit darker. A nice orange and a green. And I also got a booklet with my order, to show. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry, I just had to cut them. I had a sneeze that was not going away. Yeah, I also got a booklet with all of Aurifil's products. I showed you what they make and everything, so that was nice. Yeah, and I did not get these from Stitch in London. I went onto her website afterwards, but I thought just in case you'd like to have a look. I also got lots of lovely table gifts and I just a special few to mention was the lovely Rosemary gave everybody on her table a handmade, totally cross-stitched herself bookmark with Stitch in London 2024 written on. And I thought that was so lovely because as a cross stitcher I know exactly how much time it takes to put every stitch in, and it was just really lovely that she'd done it for everybody on her table. Yeah, it just knowing the effort that she went to. And if you've been to, I've heard a lot about this lady, but if you've been to a retreat in Britain, you may have bumped into the lovely Hazel, who just seems to be the Mary Poppins of gift giving. She gave us all, every time I saw her, she seemed to be giving out another bag of bits and pieces that she'd made. Some of the things, I got two pin cushions. One of them was just a regular pin cushion. The other one was a pin cushion that was shaped into a little girl. I'll see. Here we go. She made these, and then everyone had a little pin which I put there, like my lady was holding a little stick. She also gave us all a pouch and scissor fobs that she'd made, lavender bags, and a few other things. She was just going around giving everybody gifts. Whether you were sat at her table or not, you were getting a gift. So yeah, overall I would 100% recommend going to Stitch in London. It was a really good time. I went there and everybody was so welcoming. Everyone was chatting like they'd known each other forever. I think it's because everybody already has something in common. And yeah, Marie and Gunter, they definitely, I don't know how they do it. They did an incredible job, and to do it for 2 weeks, 2 weekends in a row, yeah, that was amazing. So yeah, I've had a very good stitching October. It's not going to be as exciting in November. I've got no retreats. I think the next retreat I will do is hopefully I'll be able to get into Stitch in London again for 2025. Hopefully that would be nice. But otherwise it's just stitching at home and just enjoying the craft. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hate saying all of this blurb. It makes me feel so cheesy. But if you did enjoy it, please like the video. If you would like to subscribe, that would be great. And if you made it right to the end of this video, then I just want to say a really, really big thank you to you for choosing to watch me and spending some time with me. And I will see you again soon. Bye.